What's up, man?
Nothing much. Episode 37. Decided to do a Batman themed one. Get out of the true crime a little bit. I think Jim Jones was a little depressing for everyone.
No shit.
But yeah, I came across like someone had this list, some website had this list that it was like best and worst of, and I'm like, man, that'd be a lot of fun to do. And Batman just popped in my head, and I was like, why not? Why not a Batman one?
Yeah, for sure.
So, the rules are, not the rules, but movies. We're gonna do the cinematic universe. So, we'll do the best and worst of. I left out Adam West. I really didn't feel like dealing with that. Weren't you at that Comic-Con with me
I was.
when it made the news? How big
Just
of
an asshole.
jerk he was.
Yeah.
I feel bad. The man's dead. He's not here to defend himself. It made the news how big of a jerk he was to his fans. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I would like to believe this is a one-time thing, but I don't know. So I left out Adam West.
That's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. So.
Yeah. So we'll do the Keaton, the Schumachers, Nolan, and then the Ben Affleck and Matt Reeves, the Batman. And then, dude, it was so hard because like I'm sitting here, I was like, how do you not, when you're talking about the best of or the worst of, how do you not include Kevin Conroy in the conversation?
Correct.
So I was like, you know what, we'll throw Mask of the Phantasm in there. But I will say, for every best I have from that series, I'm going to have a live action version to be like the 1A of it, because I feel bad because like the live versions, they're in front of the camera having to do it also, to where like as good as Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill were, they're not doing the visual presence of it either. They're not doing the visual presence. So I'll probably have like a 1A, just to go next to them. Because I'll be honest, that animated series had everything nailed down perfect.
I mean, it's what we grew up with.
It would almost be unfair to include the whole animated series.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
and I put notes on that too, so it's all good.
Yeah. We're going to include all of that, and we'll get rolling with some questions. So, right off the bat, I was afraid to do this right off the bat, but might as well. What the hell? Let's get to it. Who is your best Batman?
So you kind of like covered it a little bit, open it up. I have to split this,
Right?
because of the animated series. That strictly that. Justice for Conroy, right?
Right.
So no, he's been so much, somewhat like a big part of our childhood, being watching Batman the animated series, and you have to say, like, as an animated Batman, he is the best.
Oh yeah.
Out of all of them, by far. I mean, he's done video games. He's done, oh God, so many video games. So many other cartoons,
Movies.
Justice League movies, the Batman Beyond series. He was in Aquaman animated series that played two years, 97 and 99. And then, of course, Batman animated series. So the best Batman in animation was Kevin Conroy. And then I split it, like I said. To me, obviously, I'm going to have to... This is a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
This is really tough, because I love Michael Keaton, but for me, I feel Christian Bale did big justice. I feel like he captured the darker side of Batman better. Now, granted, Pattinson was the new Batman now, but I think he did a really good job with the darker side. But it was really close on Bale and Keaton for me, and I think I went Bale because of the darker side he portrays in Batman.
Okay.
Yeah.
For my best Batman, I had to go Keaton. I went
Yeah.
Keaton. I feel like without Keaton, none of them would exist. Bale does a good job. And I feel bad. Pattinson, almost that whole movie for me doesn't really meet the best or the worst. It's always sandwiched between something. I thought Pattinson did a good job without talking. You notice like his body language or his mimics, like he did a good job to be like this intimidating figure. But I felt like Keaton was the man. It was the beginning of the film franchises to where like how dark, like it was a return of Batman after, the Adam West and the 80s of the campiness. And like, I know Adam West was in the 80s, but like the 80s was still pretty campy. And the first picture that, a lot of people didn't want Michael Keaton as Batman. It was like a huge, before the internet was even around, like they wanted him done. People were freaking out. And all it took was for them to release that first picture of him standing next to the Batmobile, and people were like, okay, all right, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
But I always enjoyed Keaton's, like I talked about with Pattinson, he did a lot with just his eyes, like just how intimidating he was and just chill. And I thought he did a really good job as Batman. So I'm going to, and probably for heavy nostalgic reasons too, Michael Keaton would be my best.
I like I said, it was so close. And the only reason I went with Bale's because I feel like he pushed that dark side of Batman, and we haven't really, I don't know. I guess Ben Affleck did a little. So that's weird. I don't know. I can't really go on the dark side of that. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
That's I'm not gonna get in there.
Who would be your worst Batman?
God dang. Ian Glenn on as Bruce Wayne.
No,
are we just
where's
going to Batman?
Where's Batman?
Oh, okay. Shoot, I did not put the worst one down. Just because it's hard to pull together a bad Batman.
Well, I almost mailed in George Clooney.
Now, so for the Bruce Wayne side, I do.
Yeah, George Clooney as Batman for me was really bad. But then I was like, you know what? It was what Schumacher was going for. Like after Batman Returns got too dark for a lot of people. And so Schumacher came in, and he kind of twisted Batman around again, and it was back to like the Adam West type vibe that they were going for, especially heavily with Batman and Robin. Like you could tell, like dude, they got fucking ice skates. Like I was like, oh.
Dude, I got that. I got notes on that too.
Yeah, and I was like, this is so bad. But that's kind of what Clooney was like molded into.
I guess I can go with that.
But
because I did originally have Clooney down.
But it was until The Flash when Batman had the fucking lasso, what's lasso truth on him. And he's sitting there like, oh, I could just be, rerouting my money and blah, 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 blah. Like, they're really like I shouldn't be doing this. I could be doing this. Like, and I was like, okay, that's badly written. But then I heard Ben Affleck talk like, I was really interested in that side of Batman and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you know what? That's the worst Batman right there. And I was like, and the Batman in Whedon's Justice League, like, dude, when he has the gun and he's smiling, like he's like watching Superman.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this is killing me right now. This is killing me. Like, but is it Ben Affleck's fault? No, because I saw what Ben Affleck wanted in BVS. You know what I mean? So, but that was bad. Those are some bad Batman moments. Ben Affleck holds a lot of those, and it's because of the director.
Oh, yeah.
But just hearing Ben Affleck say, like, I really enjoyed that side when he had the lasso truth on him, I was like, no, dude, like, no. Like, no. So.
Yeah.
So.
No, I can agree with the Clooney thing. Like I said, I did have him down, but I stopped and I turned it into the Bruce Wayne side.
All right. Well, who's your best Bruce Wayne?
Keaton.
Really?
I'll go. Yeah.
Wow.
I love his personality. Is it?
Yeah.
No, I think Keaton's Bruce Wayne is like his personality. He still has that cockiness, like he's a millionaire, billionaire, whatever. And he's sitting at the parties with the women, and like I think that's funny. Like it's like yeah, that's that cockiness of Bruce Wayne. But then we get into the worst. I feel like Clooney probably really didn't do anything, and I don't know that. I don't know. I had it down as
Clooney sucked.
Yeah,
he sucked. Yeah, my best Bruce Wayne is to me Christian Bale.
Okay, so we do have it flip flop.
Yeah, we do have a flip flop. What I thought Christian Bale did a really good job at. There were like 4 different Bruce Waynes. There was the Bruce Wayne with Alfred, which was the real Bruce Wayne. There was the public domain Bruce Wayne, where he's just a playboy. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this hotel, and go swim, with these supermodels. And then you had the Bruce Wayne. Oh God, I'm getting lost here. He even put his name at risk when Ra's al Ghul was ready to tear that whole party apart in Batman Begins. Mm-hmm. And he sat there, he's like, I know what I have to do. And he just turned and just completely decimated his character by just destroying his father's past. Not really destroying his father's past, but like almost destroying the name just to save all those people and get them out of there. And I felt like Christian Bale had a really layered Bruce Wayne and really captured a lot of the captured a lot of the emotion, going back and forth. And of course, I'm just going to get out of the way. Kevin Conroy, this whole thing. But I felt like he did a good job. And what kept me from having him as the best Batman, I can't get on. I can't hop on with the voice. Like
that's one issue I had too. I don't like that. I don't care for it. But they all kind of. Well, no. If you look in the beginning, Keaton, all them, they didn't change their voice. Well, I know Affleck did a little.
Begins. I thought he had an awesome voice. He had that whisper, or when he pulled that, where are the other drugs going? Like, dude, holy shit! And it wasn't until The Dark Knight where I was like, I'm not wearing a hockey pad. Like, dude, Pete Holmes, have you seen those?
Yes.
Rips them apart. Like, I'm like, dude, he has that nailed down bad. Like, God. Nailed down hard. And then The Dark Knight Rises is where he really loses me a lot. They hear you. They just don't care. I was like, fuck, Christian. Like, that's literally the only knock I have against Christian Bale's Batman. But
yeah,
Bruce Wayne, he freaking nails it. But now, see, I'm glad this happened, that we're both back and forth, because we have a different Batman and we have different Bruce Waynes. But who's good at mixing them both together at the same time? Opposite of Kevin Conroy, except Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
This is when it gets interesting, because the best mix I have is Keaton.
Oh, okay.
I think he did. I know it's weird. I know, but I have it down as Keaton being the best at both, equaling out. But I feel like Affleck was kind of there a little bit too. I like the fact that I just bought the bank,
Yeah.
like his Bruce Wayne side,
Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% go with Keaton as being both.
Yeah. I have Affleck as
Do you?
As
okay.
Both. Yeah, I thought he did in Batman vs Superman. Yeah. I thought he did a really good job at balancing them both. His Batman is great. He proved a lot of people wrong. His Bruce Wayne is great, and I felt like he was the best one that kind of matched both of them. So
yeah,
it's unfortunate the route that everything went, that we're not going to be able to see a lot of that stuff. See where it was going with Snyder. But in Batman vs Superman, I really thought he was a very strong point in that movie, and he carried it well.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like I said, I do like Affleck up there too. So it is pretty shitty that we will never get to see anything that he'd be able to produce in the future. I'd like to see a standalone Batman movie with Affleck in it. And remember when you first told me that Ben Affleck was going to be Batman, I hated it
Oh, I know you did.
damn much. I was like, dude, I am so pissed right now, and I'm pretty sure it was you who were like, just give it a chance, And I was like, yeah. Then I was like, okay, actually, don't mind this that much,
Yeah.
He has the look, he's okay. I can see it. So, but no, it surprised me. It did. It definitely surprised me. So,
Yeah. What would you do? You think you have a worst for that for the best or the worst of
yeah.
Batman and
So
Bruce Wayne together?
I don't know how much you used to watch any of the animated shows, but like Teen Titans. And I'm not sorry, not Teen Titans. It is Teen Titans, but it was the actual real life Teen Titans. The guy who played Bruce Wayne in that, Ian Glenn, great actor, just the wrong role.
Yeah.
I thought he was better suited for like an Alfred position. And the first time I saw him, we were like, oh, he's got to be Alfred. And it was like, oh, yeah, it's Bruce Wayne. I was like, oh, shit, it's Bruce Wayne. He's just an older version. Because I don't like. Did you watch any of the
No.
Teen Titans season? Okay. It was cool, and it probably would have been better if he was just played as Alfred. But hey, that's the choice that they took. I just didn't care for him as Bruce Wayne in that situation. So yeah, Ian Glenn, I didn't care for him as Bruce Wayne. As Batman, I don't know. I'd never really put anything together because it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard to flip flop around. So.
Yeah. To blend both together, I want to see. I mean, I can't. I'm not going to say he's the worst, but we didn't really get in the Batman, Robert Pattinson. We had like no Bruce Wayne, like hardly
No,
any
not much
at
no.
all. And I kind of wanted to see more of it. I thought his Bruce Wayne was really interesting because he, like, there's a scene that a lot of people like do not talk about it, but when he's in the light, like when Alfred's trying to code the Riddler's message, he comes down and he looks up and the sun is just like way too bright for him. He's like, oh, like he hasn't seen the sun in ages. I thought that was really cool, but didn't get a lot of Bruce Wayne with that one. So it's hard to say if he can balance both of them. His Batman, I think, is just fine. I have no problem with his Batman at all, really at all. But
no, I agree. He did a great job as Batman.
yeah, but Bruce Wayne is still on the table to see whether he can pull it off or not because it was so minimal. So I'm gonna leave that up to see what happens in the next one. So
Yeah, and that I've seen posters. I'm not sure if they're real posters or they're just fan art.
they're all fan art right now.
Yeah, so I'm like, this looks interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm down.
I think this one is the hardest of all. Best and worst Alfred.
Yeah. This was tough.
Personally, I don't think they've missed on Alfred.
No. They
ever.
Across everything.
Yeah.
They have nailed Alfred. Alfred has been 100% on every single thing Batman.
Yeah. Everything. Like everything.
And just to say that he is the hardest character to actually screw up, to be honest. And I could not pick a bad Alfred out of all of it. No. So
I
honestly, only got the best.
I was gonna say I retire that. Like I'm not just even gonna try because I really don't think there has been a bad one. My favorite is Michael Go. Is it Go from the '89? All the way through. Yeah. He had this really really sarcastic but like warming touch to Alfred, but they all do. Michael Caine does also. Like they all do. They all nail it and they do a fantastic job. And even the animated series Alfred, he was so heavily sarcastic. And it was just good. Yeah, everyone has done a good job. No one has missed. I refuse to say a worse one because
No, I
honestly, I
agree.
don't think there has been one.
I put it down as Sir Michael Caine.
Sir Michael
actually.
Caine, yes.
Yeah, uh, I think he did an awesome job, and it aligns perfectly with his character's essence. I think. I feel like he really brings out a Bruce Wayne character in the Dark Knight series and whatnot, and I know he deeply respects Bruce, and he possesses the courage to offer the advice and whatnot.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, he did an awesome job.
Yeah.
I just loved how his whole demeanor in Christopher Nolan's series. He did a really good job.
Yeah.
Almost like a father figure too.
Oh, definitely.
Bruce. So it was great. He did an awesome job.
Man, yeah, I gotta say Sir Michael Caine also. Like, now I'm just like thinking about it, how good he was, and trying to keep Bruce Wayne level when he turns into Batman, and certainly cared for him, in an emotional level, and dude, yeah, like it was definitely one. Gosh, he was so good. Every time he talked, it was just so warming. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoyed having that Alfred on screen, and yeah, I'm gonna have to. Gosh, it's so good. Yeah. I don't even have
Now,
the words.
did you ever watch the Gotham series?
No.
Okay, so the Alfred in there, his name is Sean Pertwee, I think his name was Pertwee. I think it was Pertwee.
He was a younger one, wasn't he? He was a younger
Yeah,
Alfred?
so it was weird. He was supposed to be younger, but he was still kind of older. He's probably in his 40s. But he played a almost like a bodyguard, because Bruce Wayne in that show was younger. He was in his teens, and he played him as like he was ex special forces, and he was like a bodyguard to him. So there's times when Bruce needed help or something, it was like Alfred was always there to get him out of trouble and whatnot. I actually think he did an all right job with a different side of the Alfred, because we're always used to Alfred the butler, calm, chill back at the Batcave, help Bruce do little things here and there.
Yeah.
But this one in Gotham, he actually went out. Yeah, he went out of his way to do stuff with Bruce and to protect him.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So it was a different version. It was definitely different.
One of the biggest gut wrenching scenes I've seen with Alfred was with Sir Michael Caine, when Batman first gets poisoned by Dr. Crane, and he's in the back seat. He's like, Alfred, and he's like freaking out, and Alfred is just driving, looking straight ahead with like tears in his eyes, like, what in the world am I gonna do? I was like, oh man, like, damn. I love when he knocked out one of Ra's al Ghul's goons, or whatever you want to call him. He's like, I hope you're not the fire brigade. Like, just little things like that.
He did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
So this one might be a little easy. Gordon, who's your best Gordon?
Yeah.
I don't even know why I'm asking this.
I went with Gary Oldman.
How can't you?
Yeah, incredible job as Commissioner Gordon. He just nailed the character in a way that it made him stand out. When you watch him on the screen, you feel his dedication and conviction to be Gordon, and I loved it. I think Oldman brings that authenticity to the role that makes it so believable. So yeah, I went with Gary Oldman.
I don't know how you can't, to be honest. Like, there's first of all, Gary Oldman. It's Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
His look was perfect. I like how he actually didn't start as the commissioner. But no, I thought like he was like, he brought it, as he always does in everything he ever does. But I thought he did a really good job at Gordon. Very, very, very solid.
Yeah.
Now, worst. What do you have for worst?
Dun, dun. This is. I know some people aren't gonna like this, but I guess it might have been just because I didn't have enough. But J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? He is a bad Gordon.
I don't.
I agree.
I don't know. Yeah.
I love
we had
J.K.
like
Simmons.
you had him on there. You're like, oh shit, he's gonna be a good James Gordon, and then you're like, oh damn, dude. Oh shit.
They just didn't use him.
It didn't, and that's why I said it might be because we didn't have the opportunity to see him in the Snyderverse. So maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But in my eyes, I'm just like, he just didn't do that great of a job to where it awed me, And like you said, I love J.K. Simmons.
What was he in it?
Everything.
For like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like why even
so
bother?
you really didn't get it. And it might be biased because I didn't get to see him, but
Yeah.
hey.
I really think it was just to bring them all together on the rooftop, but yeah, wow, I didn't even consider J.K. Simmons because it was so small.
I know there's people out there gonna be like, "Oh, you assholes," and like,
how could you?
Snyderverse?
Yeah, well,
fans.
You know how good he would have been. Like the man's ripped. I think it really would have been really weird seeing him with like a full head of hair. That would have been odd. Yeah. But mine. My worst was, and I love the actor Jeffrey Wright in the Batman. I didn't get Gordon vibes from him at all. He was
really
not it. No, I'm. I don't know. I didn't. I hated the way he talked and how he whispered at everything.
What?
Yeah, he just. I didn't like the way he talked. I felt like he did a good job. I thought him and Pattinson did a good job together, but I didn't get a lot of Gordon vibes from him. But he's a good actor. We'll see where it goes. But then again, another Gordon that I never really cared for was the Commissioner Gordon in the '89 film. I felt like he was completely Pat Hingle. I thought he was completely miswritten. Like, there was no interaction between them two at all. At all.
Yeah, that's weird, too.
Batman Returns also. They never... Hardly... It was just
because he's such a key role, too, in all these movies. And even in the comic books. I mean, everyone knew...
Yeah. And it's...
who Commissioner James Gordon was.
And it's not that he's bad. It's just... no opportunity, really. Like, I enjoyed him in the movies... But yeah, it's like, okay, when are they gonna meet? Is something gonna happen between the two? What's going on? So, yeah,
I mean, that's probably the director's fault, right? And didn't write him into or writers, whatever. They didn't write him in strongly enough to where his character could shine.
Yeah.
So,
all right, I'm gonna skip the next one, but so Gotham. What's your best Gotham?
All right. I did really like Gotham in The Batman.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the best version of Gotham City in a live-action movie. I say it. There's so much realness to it. It features the Iceberg Lounge, the cathedral-like architecture throughout, the rain. The rain's always like when I think of Gotham, I just think of a rundown,
wet streets,
shitty, always raining. It's just like, God damn, this city sucks. Like that's how I see it. You have all the gothic-looking Wayne Tower in the back, the nightclubs, like that. That's how I feel. Like that is Gotham.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the Batman, they did a really good job with that, and they just really shined.
They did. They did. That was going to be my honorable mention after the 89 Gotham was.
And they did
awesome
job too.
Incredible sets. But same thing, wet streets, everything's dark. You got alleyways that are dark. There's no it's a made up. It's made up. You know what I mean? And I really liked how the Batman did that too. They did the same thing, like, oh, it's grimy, it's gross, and then Batman Begins started that way. They had the Narrows that were grimy and gross, And then for some reason they pulled away from it in The Dark Knight, and it's fucking Chicago. Like, I can literally go...
It's lit up.
Yeah, like, that's Chicago. I know that's Chicago. Batman or the Justice League did the same thing, and I'm like, no, I'm seeing buildings that exist.
Justice League was like New York.
No, I think it was Chicago. I don't even remember.
Was it Chicago too?
I don't even remember. But
I felt like it was like more pushing New York vibes.
But it's just like, I know that city. I know that's not Gotham City. I literally, dude, I was in Chicago.
It was too light.
And I turned down the street where the Joker is standing in the middle and Batman, is driving at him, where the semi truck flipped. I was like, Chicago, completely took me out of it. And I was like, so I really appreciated when, the 89 and Returns, the Batman, that it was just like, no, this is Gotham City. This isn't, New York, code name is Gotham. But like, this isn't New York City standing in as Gotham City. This isn't Chicago standing in as Gotham City. This isn't Detroit standing in as Gotham City. Like, it was really built to be Gotham City.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, the 89 sets are crazy to see. They're crazy to see. It's really cool, so.
Yeah. No, I thought The Dark Knight is definitely Chicago. You can...
It's brutal, yeah.
But then, like, in Dark Knight Rises, though, there is New York in it.
Is there?
There's yeah.
Okay.
You can tell some shots. It's like that's New York City. So,
yeah.
But no, it's just and it's too lit. It's lit up. It's like whatever. It's just a normal day in Gotham. You know. Nah, that's not how I see it.
Yeah.
That's not Gotham.
So
like, Gotham never has sunlight. That's how I think of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
The sun just skips over it or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just dark all the time. Rains.
Now, the best fight scene.
Yeah. Why don't you go first?
Okay, yeah. I'll tell you what. We grew up with Batman for a long time, and when that warehouse scene came on, and Batman v Superman, you ain't gonna. It doesn't get better than that. That is mine
as well. So.
Yeah, I knew that was
by far
incredible. I was just like I really think like my jaw just started like lowering as it went on.
The movie has such crap views, but that scene was by far the best fight scene.
It has to be one
ever.
of the biggest YouTube scenes ever.
Damn,
dude! When he
loved it,
I
absolutely loved it.
When he makes that dude stick his own knife into his leg, and when he punches him down, literally punches his face like into the ground, and his legs flip up into the air. You still see the knife in his thigh, and I'm like, damn! And just to be so spiteful, to be like, dude, the guy stabbed me right in the shoulder, and he just pulls it out like, I'm gonna put it where you put it on me. Bam!
Yeah.
Like, oh God. And like the end of it, it had the Dark Knight Returns, coming through the wall.
Yeah.
And I believe you. Like that scene was so perfect.
Yeah.
And
dude, it was great.
I'll give an honorable mention to Pattinson's introduction as Batman.
Oh, to the skull.
Dude,
the skull king.
What are you supposed to be? And that sound when he breaks his arm, he's like, ugh! The guy, ugh! I was like, dude, this guy is gonna, like, ow! Like, no. Yeah. But I always start laughing.
On vengeance.
Yeah, I'm always laughing when he breaks his arm. I was like, dude, this guy is dazed from like those 4 quick punches. He still feels that arm.
Yeah. So great tension building. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I did it. That was a great. That could be an honorable mention for me. Like for sure.
Yeah, I had to. So, what's your worst fight scene?
It's probably exactly the same as yours. When we Batman and Robin battling Mr. Freeze.
Oh.
What the hell, dude? They got skates built into their boots.
Yeah.
And they're playing hockey all of a sudden. Come on. Come on now. Dude. Is that yours?
It was one of them.
God damn. Next thing you know, they click their heels and skates pop out. And you're just like, come on. And then they have hockey sticks and they're just skating.
Yeah,
you
that
know,
was
it's
bad.
like checking people. It's like, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Come on. Why'd you have to do this? Why'd you ruin it for me?
I know.
Like, it was just weird. When I was little, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, not so much anymore. It's like, dude, you guys are jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was bad. One gripe. Man, I'm afraid to say this.
Yeah.
One thing that the Nolan verse I really felt was lacking were fight scenes, like good fight scenes. Batman Begins, too close, too quick. Like if you realize it was too, you couldn't even see what Batman was doing because of the camera angles and stuff. But The Dark Knight, Nolan had a hard time figuring out what to do with guns. Because, like, for example, dude, when he kicks Bane in The Dark Knight Rises, when he beats Bane's ass, which is one of the better fight scenes in the whole trilogy, when he puts Bane through that door and that mercenary just turns with his gun pointed at Batman, what does he do? He runs at him. Like, dude, he runs at him with the gun. I was like, why? Like, why would you just start like firing? And that's the thing. Like, a lot of these fight scenes, like, I don't know why, but Batman, Christian Bale's very robotic. The fighting was very like when he had to go get Lau, when he broke in that building, he's just like, like everything's like, watch it, dude. It's very robotic looking, and I was like.
No, I could see it now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it in my head. I get it. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's the one thing. I love the Nolan. It's one of the best trilogies out there. I'll watch the shit out of it whenever I get a chance. But some of those fight scenes, I'm like, whew. And Nolan did have a hard time. Like, dude, like, why are these guys running at you with guns? Like, like for example, warehouse scene, Affleck took care of the guns right away.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're shooting.
Yeah.
He's taking care of them.
Yeah.
Bataranging. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, shit. He took a shot to the back of the head, but he got rid of a lot of the guns at the beginning when he went to the ceiling and put all those little mini explosives on the guns. But like, yeah, Nolan had a hard time to figure out what to do with guns. But that Dark Knight Rises scene where that guy runs at him with the gun, I was like. That's not what you want to do.
If you really think of it, that's always been a big issue in Batman across everything is guns.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that's
it's always been guns.
That's how his parents have died. Or his parents died, and that's why he wouldn't use them. Dude, there's a comic. There's a very short comic. I gotta find it. It's one of the craziest comics I've ever seen. It's a short. The guy talks about how he's gonna take out Batman. He's like, I'm nobody. No, he's not after me. He's not looking for me. And one time he sees Batman and blows his brains out. Just boom! Kills Batman right there. And
damn.
Yeah, oh man, I gotta find that comic. I wonder if anyone's listening to this going like, I know a comic, you idiot. But it's one of the craziest shorts I've ever read my entire life.
Damn.
Yeah, it's wild.
Damn, dude.
All right.
Wow.
But yeah, I would say Batman and Robin is by far the worst. But man, Nolan, I wish he would have cleaned those fight scenes up, like, a lot.
Yeah. I'm picturing it now, man.
Yeah. Anytime he was fighting multiple people, like, there was one time he raised his arm. He, like, spun, he, like, raised his arm and, like, waited for the guy to get in position and then hit. Yeah. Oh, man. But I will say that Bane fight scene was fire, though.
Yeah, well, shit, the obviously the second one, right? The first one, you guys ass whooped.
Well, it was still good. That's what I'm talking about. That one was good. I love that one.
So, here comes Batman. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Bane's on it. Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
Dude, if I was a mercenary and I was watching, I'd be like, I did not see this coming. I did not think Bane would take care of him that much.
Oh, shit. Yeah. No, that second fight scene, he got up on there.
Yeah.
Definitely improved.
You'd never give it to another citizen. Sorry. All right.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Villain plot. What's your favorite villain plot?
Yeah. So I got two. Well, I just blanked out. I love the Batman's the Riddler. Like that whole thing was just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people have issues with the Riddler in the Batman because it's not. He didn't portray the Riddler as he has been portrayed in the past. But to me, I thought that was so crazy. Like, damn, dude. Damn.
Yeah. It was really interesting because, like, I always find it was same with the Dark Knight, where you're like, okay, they got him. We're going to wind things down. Let's calm down, everybody. Let's relax. And then when it's, like, all part of... Oh, I almost did it. I almost said it. It's all part of the plan for them to get caught. And, you know, then everything just explodes in the heroes' faces. I got to stop. I got to learn to stop being surprised by that stuff. Like, the Dark Knight, when they captured the Joker, I was like, all right, you know, it's good. And he ended up blowing himself up, but not blowing himself up, but blowing his way out of there pretty much. But I liked, man, for the best, I'd probably go with the Joker in the Dark Knight. Just trying to prove, you know, like anyone.
I have that down
anyone
as well.
could do it, and it was kind of.
It was so close for me.
It was a kind of a playoff of the Killing Joke, to where, you know, he's you know, just takes one bad day, and you can turn out like me, and he was trying to prove, like, no, these people are gonna freaking massacre each other when the time comes, and then when it doesn't happen, you know, they don't blow up the boats. He's like, oh, well, I got Harvey Dent. And so he had, like, so many layers to these plans to where it was like, dude, like, he was just like, I'm just going to keep doing this, and we keep doing this, and then that, you know, that's it. And fortunately, you know, Batman was able to stop him, but I was like, man, that was a lot of layers to that plan, to where it was like, dude, he's trying. He thought this stuff up.
Yeah, and that's Joker.
Yeah.
You know, that's
everything
Joker.
Yeah. So what?
I like that. I liked it too. Like I said, I put Joker down too. I was like Joker, and then I put Joker as the bad, worst villain plot as well, and Suicide Squad. So yeah,
I forgot about Suicide Squad.
I just always wanted to do that fucking thing when his tattoo on his hand.
Yeah. Hugga hugga.
Put it in. Oh. I was like, dude, the way he acted in that, I was like, no, I can't do this shit too. It was more of like a side note as Suicide Squad Joker, but I kept it as the Riddler and Joker as the best villain plot for sure.
Yeah. Gosh, villain plot for me. I would go Batman and Robin. I don't know why someone that's trying to turn everything into the Ice Age and everyone's trying to grow. It was so fucking bad. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go into it.
You could probably put that movie as a lot of the worst throughout everything.
Cinema.
Yeah, because seriously, they did. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. So what's your favorite suit?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with the Dark Knight trilogy suit.
Well, you got two different suits. You have the Begin suit, and then you have the Dark Knight suit.
Yeah, the Dark Knight.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go to Dark Knight. I think practical, has the technology that it has. I think that's pretty sweet. I didn't care for, and again, this is whatever, because Pattinson was a skinnier guy. The Batman suit was just too small for me. Like, when you think of Batman, I kind of want a little bit beefier Batman.
Okay.
Or even if it's a suit, it's a bigger suit. I think Bale had an awesome suit, and I think that's why I more or less leaned towards that. So,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I loved Keaton's suit. It was slick.
Returns
Like
is
that-
my favorite suit.
It was sweet.
Returns.
So-
Batman Returns is my favorite suit. I honestly thought they perfected that suit like right there. The only thing is he couldn't turn his head, and they literally joke about that in the Dark Knight. Yeah,
Just one piece.
yeah, in the Dark Knight when he's like, "Oh, you want to be able to turn your head?" He's like, "Oh, it'll make backing out of the driveway easier." Like,
Yeah.
you know, because even Bale in Begins, dude, was bad.
Yeah.
Like it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna turn his whole body.
yeah, yeah. So, and yeah, so that was
Oh no.
Keaton's is my favorite by far.
Mm-hmm.
The '89 suit looks a little clunky, but still awesome. But I like I like the return suit the most. The worst, dude. I struggle with this one, dude.
I did too.
Those silver suits in Batman and Robin were so bad. But
I have that down.
I'll tell you what, that Batman suit in the Flash, I don't know what that was.
Oh,
that
was
so bad.
interesting.
It was God. There
That
was
was
a
definitely-
lot of questionable calls in that movie, but it would be between them two.
I like Lewis Wilson and Adam West suits were pretty sweet. Like back in the day, I think they're stylish, and I think
Yeah.
it really captured the essence of like the comic aspect of everything. Now, oh man, I don't know the date time for it, but Robert Lowry's suit. I think it was Robert. It wasn't cutting it for me. You have to look it up. I mean, you can literally find a better costume at Spirit Halloween. I'm not even joking. But yeah, it just didn't have a that feel of Batman.
Okay.
But no, it was that's how I looked at it like that. I was like, the older style suits they were like almost in a different how do you put it, like a different category.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like they tried to grab the comic side, where these newer bat suits are more movie related. You know,
Yeah.
So
Well, it's just and the lack of technology that they had to even make
true.
the suits.
yeah.
But
So
yeah. So this is gonna be a big one here. Voice, Batman voice.
Kevin Conroy.
Yeah. That's gonna be the
Like
one
I said,
I'm gonna leave
we grew
alone.
up with him, man.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? 92? When did the Batman
Somewhere
animated
around there,
series
it was
start?
like
Like
92?
92
Yeah.
on to 2000, and then you had everything else. The like we said, Justice League movies.
Yeah.
The Batman. Like they had everything animated. He was there.
Yeah.
Man, that's
Yeah. He had a.
it's hard to say.
He's got a great voice. Yeah. That
Yeah.
one I could probably say like no, I'll leave it there. Like that's.
Nah,
I
That's
don't
what
need
I
a
did.
1A. You know, it's good.
no.
Affleck, he had a little voice augmentator. So worst voice. What would be your worst?
I didn't put a verse one down.
Yeah.
I could probably go with. I don't. You got me thinking now. Christian Bale's when he gets into it.
I
Man.
struggle with it. It's just sometimes, only sometimes.
Like I always picture his mouth. That
Yeah, yeah. You know, that and that's
where the dogs going?
the one thing that stopped me from calling the Dark Knight suit the best is the mouth. Is if you notice, like everyone else has it wide open.
Yes.
To where his is so like close. Like I
Yeah.
was like, I wonder why they chose to do that.
I don't know. It's more like a concealed type. I don't know. I can't. That's not
There's,
the
like,
word I'm
no
trying
cheek.
to say. But it's like compacted more.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how to say it, but I agree. I always thought that was weird as hell.
Yeah.
When he
The
sat there
mouthpiece
with it
is
on.
so
I was like,
small. Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah. To
Yeah,
where
it's weird.
Pattinson's is huge.
Oh, dude, it goes all the way like
Yeah.
in the back
It's
of his behind his
it's
ears, man.
massive.
It almost looks like it's a freaking helmet. Like
Just a
that's
little
it.
top
It cuts
piece,
off
like
it
he
right at
flips
his
it up.
cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That is weird too. Now I'm thinking about that.
Yeah, isn't it wild?
I guess I never looked at Pattinson's version. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow. Yeah. Shit.
All right. So what's your favorite Batmobile?
I'm gonna have to go with the '89.
I don't know how you can't.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's iconic. You know, I also want to put an honorable mention on the original comic books when they had the 1936 Cord 810, which is the red version of the Batmobile. Not a lot of people know that, but it's when the comics actually came out, and they had a real version of it. I forgot where I seen it, but it looks so cool. You're like, damn, dude. But honorable mention on that. But yeah, '89 for sure.
Nice.
That Batmobile, it was just slick.
Yeah.
It is sweet.
Yeah. It
is sweet.
One of my favorite scenes with that, no one ever talks about it because it's so subtle, is in Batman Returns when it's just rolling down the street slow through the snow. And it's just so like he's patrolling, and just like him making the snow prints, it looks so cool. It just looks so sweet.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, scenes with the Batmobile, Batman Begins does not miss at all.
Oh no, for sure.
And the Batman, dude, the sound of that thing starting. It sounded like a fucking jet engine. And the penguin's just standing there like, fuck. The look the penguin.
That whole scene though with the penguin, he was chasing it was awesome.
I love how it's starting up and the penguin's just staring at it like, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like, my day's about to get really bad right now.
Yeah. It had a lot of do you remember in the Punisher when he was fixing up the car?
Yeah.
And stuff, and he was installing like the bulletproof windows, like it was just a roll up piece of metal, you know. Like that's the way I felt. Like that was like that car, like he was working on it in his garage.
Yeah,
like Batman, Bruce Wayne's in his garage, just cranking on this Batmobile, going to town.
Did you notice in the Batman at the beginning when he's first going in there, the Batmobile's in pieces.
Is it?
Yeah, you see that engine.
I guess
you see that engine alone.
Pay attention.
Yeah. The only thing I thought of, I was like, dude, if you have that thing, where's all your fuel? That thing is like 2 miles to the gallon.
Oh, easy, dude.
Yeah.
Easy.
Like, oh my God.
Well, he's a billionaire. He figured out something else. You know, he don't use gasoline.
Yeah. Not for the look, you know, sure, but yeah, I mean, it's the point of the movie. It's like his year one, but yeah, I thought that was one of the coolest scenes ever.
Oh yeah, it was pretty sweet, man.
Yeah,
I did like that.
What's your worst Batmobile?
The Batman Forever one, man. You know, it had the tall fin on the back.
Yeah.
And then there's a part where it was coming down and the fins like going back and forth. It's like, come on, dude. What is that? It looks like plastic. It probably was, but it's like this looks. I don't know. I just didn't like it. It had I think it had 3 fins. One on each rear wheel.
Yeah.
And then the middle one down the. I don't know. It just didn't. It didn't work for me.
The Batman and Robin one had 2 big ones. Yeah. Those 2 Batmobiles, I'll say, are like by far the worst.
Yeah, I did not.
That was them wanting to sell toys. That's all.
Oh, for sure.
That's all that was. Like,
just there it is.
Just make it look ridiculous. And yeah, I hate that. I feel bad like Kilmer does not get mentioned in it. I wish he would have gotten another shot.
And I love Val Kilmer
I thought
as
he did a good
an actor
job.
too.
I thought he did just fine.
He just got fucked over with the movie.
Yeah, and well, apparently there's a cut. There's a much darker cut of that movie that's out there, and we'll never see it. It's called the Schumacher cut, and we'll just never see it. But when Kilmer was announced, I was bummed that Keaton didn't re-sign. But all it did was take me like 20 seconds with Kilmer, like in the bank vault, and I was like, "Oh, we're fine. we'll be good.
Yeah.
We're gonna be good.
And
with
it looked identical.
Yeah, and
but I was like, oh, yeah, cool.
oh yeah, when
then it just
they were
kind
in the
of like,
suit,
what the
it was
fuck?
very close.
Yeah.
Until much later on when you got face to face with them, but yeah, that's a bummer. I wish Kilmer would have gotten another shot, but unfortunately, it didn't. We didn't get it. Yeah. I'm gonna have to skip a few of these, Brandon. But Gadget, he's got a lot of gadgets.
Yeah. Oh, he does.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
I love the sonar lenses in The Dark Knight.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was so sweet. Like, he was going around the building, and it was showing at every level where everybody was. It was showing their heartbeats, and I was like, these are badass. And it just looked, to me, it was just like, it mimicked, obviously, a real bat.
Right.
Using echolocation.
A submarine,
and I was like,
Brandon.
Dude, this is
a
sweet,
submarine.
Man. Yes.
Gotcha on that one. That was a good one.
Damn it.
Pull that one up quick.
Yeah. But that was pretty sweet, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was the closest we ever got to the white eyes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to those. I did like the... oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go.
So, what
go
you
ahead.
got? You got. The EMP gun. Remember we was going through the parking structure?
Yeah. That fucking cop put
Damn.
a gun through it. Put
Yeah.
a bullet through it.
Like, I really wanted to see that. That would have been sweet.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. Man, Gadget, honestly, I didn't have one. I didn't.
I mean, you can go classic with the battery.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Batarang where he's like do 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 do, and he targeted the people. You can obviously see it was just a little screen, do 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 do,
Yeah.
and leave it to that little terrier dog to grab it. I'm like, oh, are you serious? Yeah. But I did say I was gonna leave Adam West out of this for worst. But the shark repellent spray.
Oh my God.
Why do you have it in aerosol form? Dude, there is a guy. There was a guy that brought that idea to the table. Like, all right, what do you got? Okay, so listen to this. Batman gets sunk into the water. He comes up and a fucking shark's on his leg. He's like, whoa, what's he gonna do?
Whoa.
Get this. Shark bat repellent spray.
Whoa.
Get it, yeah. So he has it on his utility belt. No, Robin is going to dangle from a helicopter and go upside down for no reason and hand him the shark repellent spray. It's like, huh? Like, could you imagine, like, Batman, like, making this?
I can see this happening.
Yeah.
I can see this. Because this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Sharks.
God. Even as a kid, I was just like, huh.
Yeah. It's good he had that spray.
Yeah. and then
Don't worry, Batman, I got you.
Yeah. What if you were what if you were underwater?
What if I fell in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, what if you fell in the water?
That was a chance we were willing to take.
Nice.
Oh,
short
that somehow.
Yeah.
Damn.
What about the Bat credit card?
Yes, that was gonna be my next one. Was the Bat credit card?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I was like,
come on, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Gosh.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude.
Oh, that was so bad. So bad.
Crap.
So, Catwoman. What's your best Catwoman?
I'm gonna go with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
I feel like obvious reasons. And we did not get to see like Catwoman in the Nolan verse.
Yeah, we did.
Not like fully.
Oh, okay.
You know, like I wanted like a full on. Like she was only in that one.
Yeah. Okay.
She was just in Rise. You know,
Yeah.
like I wanted more of her. And then obviously the Batman, we got to see Selena Kyle a little bit, so it's still more room to move around. We didn't see any Batman or Catwoman in Snyderverse, did we?
No.
No. They didn't really have a movie, so they couldn't really throw it in there. So yeah, I don't know. I feel Michelle Pfeiffer did an awesome job as Catwoman.
Yeah, dude.
And it was the closest suit too, as like the comics too.
Dude, that suit is. Yeah, I enjoyed that suit as a child, and now.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like when she started licking herself, like cleaning herself like a cat. When I was a kid, I was like, I have these feelings that I'm not familiar with, but I like it.
This?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, why do I like this so much? Good God. It's hot in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about worse?
Oh, man. I'd have to go outside of the Batman universe. I would go against the rules, but Halle Berry.
Yeah, I kind of said the same
Probably
thing.
the most fun to look at.
Yeah, by far.
Far the worst. Good God.
That was a movie that did not need to be made.
Yeah, no. And
Cheers.
Anne Hathaway was pretty good. Zoe Kravitz.
Like I said,
She was okay.
to me, we haven't seen him enough yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she was all right. I guess Riddler. I guess we might as well go. Who was your favorite Riddler out of the two? No, there's plenty of Riddlers.
Yeah, I mean Paul Dano. Like I feel like is going to be mine. I don't know.
I thought Carrey did good.
I like Jim Carrey. Yeah, but the in Gotham again, the guy who played Riddler, Corey Michael Smith. I thought he did an awesome job as Riddler.
Mm-hmm.
And I watch Gotham pretty religiously, so he did an awesome job. He brought out the more of the riddle side of the Riddler, so he kind of like has like Jim Carrey, but more serious.
Yeah, he did do a good job on that.
So I was pretty sweet. I thought that was pretty sweet. But yeah, Paul Dano, man, I don't know. He put a lot of the darker side of the Riddler out. Like he actually put fear into people.
It was fun.
Which I think that would be more like the Joker's side, right? You out of all the characters, I don't know, maybe not all the characters, maybe Scarecrow or something, but yeah, Jim Carrey did good. I agree.
Yeah, it's just it's what they were going for. You know, it started approaching the Adam West era, but yeah, whatever. What's your favorite symbol? What's your favorite Batman symbol out of the?
So I just went straight to '89 again. I just like that logo. But it was a big gap though.
Now remember though, there's an '89 symbol where the bottom of the bat has a little tripod leg, and the other Returns one goes straight down. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
So which one are you referencing to?
I guess it'd probably be the Returns.
There was a weird licensing thing that was going on because if you notice on all the for '89, everything for that was promoting Batman had the return symbol, but there was some licensing thing to where like as they were filming, they had to add that bottom part, that little tripod. Weird. Yeah. I always thought it was really weird.
And it's not even back. If you went back to the comic books and stuff, that's not even the same logo.
No, I wish I had the story here on why that was. I never noticed it. I didn't notice it as a kid, but when I went back and watched it when I was like a teenager, I was like, wow, why is the Batman symbol different on '89 suit? And there was like this weird like licensing thing that was going on, and they decided to keep it, but for the promotional stuff, they kept the more slim bottom. So
yeah, I guess I never noticed it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was like the legs.
Yes, there you go.
Like a tail almost.
Yeah, like a triangular.
So okay. Yeah. But I tell you what, I did not like the old comic books logo where it actually spelled Batman in the bat.
No. Yeah.
I didn't care for that.
No.
And
what about movie wise? Do you have a worse movie wise one?
As the logo symbol? I even feel like they're all pretty all right.
I was kind of disappointed with Pattinson's one. Like, it was
smaller.
It was cool. It was more like a utility wise. Like, I don't know if they were going for like realistic. Like, oh, he's just not going to put a symbol on his chest, or he's going to make it to where like you can use it. But I was just kind of bummed that like there wasn't like a definitive like bat on his chest, I guess you could say. Gosh, I would say the worst. I don't know if I have a worse one. My favorite would be Returns too, like by far. The yellow.
I just think it looks
yellow.
Cool.
It's slick.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's rounded. You know. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Nolan's one. A lot of people had beef with the Affleck Snyder's choice, because they're like, oh, they just chose that big one just to fit the Superman symbol inside of it. That was a big deal. I saw a lot of complaints about that. But
I guess I can see that.
Yeah.
But...
Well, it came right away. I was like, oh, he's going for the Dark Knight Returns look. But yeah. But who knows? Who knows? Who cares?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm running out of questions here. I guess the last one, Brandon, unless you have one. Batcave. Who had the coolest Batcave?
I put 89 in Returns, pretty much, because it looked like a cave.
Yeah.
Like there was a deep ass fucking cavern, whatever, and it's like, this is a bat cave. You know, you got bats flying around and shit. Like, to me, that was like the best version of it.
Yeah. Well, Nolan never. He started it in Returns, and then it got blown to hell, or in the Returns Begins.
Begins. Yeah, I was like, wait.
Yeah. It got blown to hell. And then they had that off-site bat cave, if you want to call it that. And then in...
like the basement of the building?
It was the... I don't know, yeah. And then Rises went back to it, but you didn't spend much time in there, like, at all. Like, ever.
No.
Affleck had a cool cave.
Yeah, his more, like, technology-based cave.
I did like the Batman one, though, too. Because it was like... It was in the deserted train, railway system, whatever they had in there. I thought that was really cool to have that completely, like, off-key. Like, could you imagine stumbling across that thing?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. us being kids and the dumb shit we did, we would have. Like, oh. Huh.
Yeah, we would have found that cave.
Yeah.
For sure.
We would have. We found it in Morton's class, remember?
Yeah. What's under here?
Yeah. Brandon and I had a math class back in high school.
Oh, my God.
And we always gave teachers shit, innocently. But there was this hollow sound in the back. And we always called it the Bat Cave. God, we would annoy the hell out of him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was ninth grade.
Yeah. Yeah. Call me Giggled.
That was fun. Yeah. God, what I think we aged him a few years after that class.
Yeah. This is your fault. Man.
Damn. I can't believe I passed that class.
We had 9 books.
Yeah, no. I left my book at home. Could I borrow one? I collected them. It was fucking weird.
I failed
turned them all in at the
I failed my final because of you, because I was laughing so hard. We all had to turn in our books. Final day of class, and here's you. 1, 2. Dude, you walked up with a full backpack and three books in your hand. And I was sitting there. Dude, he was so pissed.
I know.
Yeah, he was wondering where the hell they all went. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so those are all the questions I could muster up for Batman.
Yeah. There's so much of Batman.
There's so much, yeah. We could do another one.
Yeah. What's your favorite and worst movie?
Man, that's my favorite. I'm gonna take Batman and Robin out of it.
That's my worst.
My favorite, man. The Dark Knight, I would probably say, is my favorite. That movie, it's very rare. It's very rare where a movie meets the hype. Very rare. That one met it, no problem.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like Batman Begins is very underappreciated. Very underappreciated. But I would say my favorite to be is The Dark Knight. Oh, man, I would even say Returns. I really love Returns. Worst? I'm going to pull Batman and Robin back in here because I can't think of... That one is so bad. So bad. It's an insult.
Correct.
Yeah. So, yeah, it would be those two. What about for you?
I picked Dark Knight, and then Batman Begins right after that. I thought they just nailed it. The Joker just, God, that movie was just so good.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I went back and rewatched Mask of the Phantasm. And there's a scene in there. You know, we never did the best and worst Joker, but we already know.
Yeah,
but there's a scene in The Dark Knight, in Mask of the Phantasm, where the Joker is riding this train, this little toy train.
Oh yeah, the little toy train. Yeah.
Man, did that not remind me? I always wondered if Heath Ledger pulled from this when that semi-truck with the word slaughter on the side opens up and he's just like hanging by that strap. Just looks creepier than hell. I don't know why those two scenes like mirror each other. I think of Mark Hamill's Joker when Heath Ledger does that. Like they almost like mirror each other. It's so cool looking.
Yeah. And he might have. I mean, the Mask of the Phantasm came out in like '93, so definitely had the opportunity to look at past Jokers and whatnot. And
yeah, that movie is so damn good. That's a really, really.
It is a really good movie.
Yeah, that held up.
I had to rewatch it again, like you said. I didn't watch it. Man, I probably was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
Or some shit. Probably younger than that when I first watched it, and I was like, I'm gonna have to rewatch it. And then I remembered everything. I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's not a kid's movie.
No.
Like I was watching, I'm like, this is some dark shit here. Like this is some holy crap, man. And that character was so damn, dude. That Phantasm is scary looking.
It was sweet.
Yeah,
Sweet
that movie. I'll put that up there. That's one of the best ones. I mean, shit. That's why we included it. We really didn't talk about it, but.
No.
Yeah, but
well, I guess you can say we put Conroy in the mix with stuff. So.
Oh man, do I miss him?
I guess.
I miss him. So. All right. Well, that's all I got. Brandon, how about yourself?
Well, that's about it. Yeah.
All right.
I am Batman.
Yeah. Sorry, listeners. My 4-year-old is finally cracking. She is. Can you hear her at all?
Oh yeah.
All right, kiddo. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please reach out on social media networks: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X. And we're on all podcast platforms. Like, share, subscribe, please.
Yep. All right. Until next time, my friends.
See you later.